Hello, happy Tuesday. Almost, a week from now will be Halloween, so getting into the tail end of October here. Just a couple of updates from court on Friday. I was there for a scheduled trial, which ended up settling that morning, and but got to spend a couple hours with the magistrate. And just a couple of things I wanted to share with people to keep in mind if you're thinking about going to trial, which is, in my experience, not usually a good idea. So the magistrate said it typically takes her 2 to 3 months to get her written magistrate's decision out because of how backed up they are right now. And then what happens is you have the trial in front of the magistrate, you present all your evidence and your witnesses, and then the magistrate issues a written decision. She said usually takes her about 2 to 3 months. Then either party can object to that within 2 weeks, and that objection goes to the judge, who reviews it and sees if it complies with the law and the facts. But she said those decisions are taking, up to a year. So all told, going to trial, you may very well be looking at another year before you're even divorced, as it sits there on objection to the magistrate's decision. And then that's if nobody appeals it to the appeals court. So if you don't agree with what the judge says, you can appeal it to the appeals court. Again, this is all very expensive. In order to object it to the judge, you have to pay for a written transcript with an index of the proceedings at trial, which is going to cost you around $1,000 at least, plus whatever you're paying your attorney. And you're going to wait at least, very well within reason, you're going to wait a year to be divorced. So if you get down to it where you're complaining or fighting over a couple $1,000s, which is usually the case, in my experience, by the morning of trial, it's just dumb to go forward, in my opinion. And another sort of update was, under the statutes, when there's a marital real property, it says that the magistrate or the court can give the person a quote-unquote reasonable amount of time to remain in the house before they got to sell it or refinance and buy the other spouse out. And she told me that recently the judge has been saying that 6 or 12 months even is a reasonable amount of time given the current interest rates, in hopes that they go down. Normally I would tell my clients that it'd probably be about 60 to 90 days would be what the court would order, but I was pretty surprised on Friday to hear it could be 6 to 12 months. And I guess it sort of makes sense based on the current interest rates, but it's a long time to basically give your wife or husband an interest-free loan on the equity of your home. But again, it's one of those things. It is what it is. If that's what the judge is going to order, then at least get the clock started now instead of a year from now after everybody objects. So anyway, I was glad that I was able to settle the case. I think in 9 times out of 10, especially when there's no little kids involved, that's the best way to do it. But I did gain some insight from the magistrate that I wanted to share with everybody. Have a good week.